And yes, of course, we'll be back from the break. You're still watching Smart Means Business. I'm Joram. A very good morning to you. It is the 29th day of March 2023. We're only left with 2 days to say goodbye to this other month, of course. And obviously, as we kickstart off the month of April by Saturday, you get to realize that the year is moving on swiftly. I don't know whether you are definitely hitting your aspirations that you set up at the start of the year or at the end of the previous. But as we kickstart off this morning, you definitely need to know something about investment. And of course, with investing, Zabo makes it quite possible for you. Star 292 hash is the USSD code that you need to use and kickstart off your investment journey, definitely. And on the start of everything, remember with Zabo, a platform by Altex East Africa, says you can do something new. The platform gives you an advantage of investing in government bonds and other available securities with just a minimum of 15,000 Ugandan shillings. Remember, if you want to invest with Zabo, all you need to do is to register with your national identification number, kickstart off your investment journey with the platform, and you are good to go. The markets on the platform are always open from the hour of 8:15 a.m. till the hour of 3:15 p.m. East African Standard Time. Please do note and remember that these markets are fully closed during the weekends and on public holidays. Zabo, my money, my future. Altex East Africa, do something new. And right off, we kick it off with what is making headlines within the country. And our first business update is rotating around the National Social Security Fund, which intends to have quite a number of employees attached to the fund or registered with the fund. And as a matter of fact, employers have been given a 30-day ultimatum to make sure that all employees that are working under their premises and are not registered with the fund should do so in the next 30 days. And of course, the penalties are set to be imposed to the companies that do not register any of their employees to NSSF or that do not render the NSSF fund, the funds or retirement benefits to the fund for these employees. Now, of course, NSSF does reveal that even companies with less than 5 workers are expected to remit, including those in the small and medium-sized enterprises this time around who are employing individuals to make sure that they at least remit a fee to the NSSF at the end of every month. Of course, now NSSF yesterday was meeting various stakeholders, including the president of the Federation for Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises. And one of the key discussions as well was, why is it hard for those under the SME sector to render this particular fund to NSSF or render some money to the NSSF for their employees? And of course, this includes registering all the employees that they use in their premises. So this is a 30-day ultimatum. We shall definitely see if whether these particular people will accept or whether the employers will accept to take on what NSSF reminded them to do. But as of now, we kickstart off our business updates with this one regarding the NSSF and penalties on employers who are not paying remittances of their employees.
Deducted money from the employee's check and they stubbornly not send the money. In that case, you really have to go hard on that employer because in a sense they stole from the employee, and you don't tolerate that because you as a young man or a young woman, 55 is going to come very soon and you'll need that money, and we owe it to you to ensure that we can actually collect that money. So we use the carrot and the stick to help us do that very well. And the law gave us that. And you ask a question whether or not as acting managing director. I think the word is acting manager. Yeah, I'm acting the one. All powers be, it works, so we can do that, no problem. Malcolm, you raised a question about NSF has NSF moved on? Block, you either jump up over it, go around it, get dark under it, but you continue. And your fund has continued to grow. In fact, when you look at the numbers over the last, just Jan, Feb, and March, it has been incredible just the level of contributions people have continued to send to the fund. So it continues and grows. Question, US pushing rates. It will have 2 types of ripple effects. One, it either forces your local economy to raise their rates because You want now to attract those people who would want to take their money back to the US. So the only way you counter that is you also raise your rates, which is good for us if you're going to invest. It has a counter production normally on the stock market, because then people tend to sell their stock so they can take it back to the US. When you look at the stock market in Uganda, it's a very small market, so it will not have a major impact on that. But also the rates in the US are not pose a danger actually to the fund, as far as we can tell from this perspective. In terms of the penalty, in the law, the penalty is 10% per month on the outstanding amount that should have been contributed. For example, if you got 2 employees, that first month the penalty is 10% of 75,000. The next month, if you miss, now that number has gone from 75,000 plus the 7,500 you didn't pay before. Now it's 82,500. 10% of that. That's why he said it is very burdensome not to comply. So that's a very simple category that is better to comply.